Hey guys, welcome back to Only Bible Study. Today we're going to be reading the start of Hosea, and this is a really good Bible story. Few people know about it. It's very underrated. It really shows God's mercy, love, and forgiveness and reconciliation with His people. So, with that, let's dive right in. The word of the Lord that came to Hosea, son of Beeri, during the reign of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and during the reign of Jeroboam, son of Jehoash, king of Israel. When the Lord began to speak through Hosea, the Lord said to him, "Go, marry a promiscuous woman and have children with her, for like an adulterous wife, this land is guilty of unfaithfulness to the Lord." So he married Gomer, son of Diblaim, and she conceived and bore him a son. So let's stop right there. Think about this. The Lord compares an adulterous woman with the Israelites who have cheated on God. They have committed adultery with other gods, and they are deserving of their punishment. Let's read on. Then the Lord said to Hosea, "Call him Jezreel, because I will soon punish the house of Jehu for the massacre at Jezreel, and I will put an end to the kingdom of Israel. In that day I will break Israel's bow in the valley of Jezreel." Gomer conceived again and gave birth to a daughter. Then the Lord said to Hosea, "Call her Lo Ruham, which means not loved, for I will no longer show love to Israel, that I should at all forgive them. Yet I will show love to Judah, and I will save them, not by bow, sword, or battle, or by horses and horsemen, but I, the Lord their God, will save them." After she had weaned Lo Ruham, Gomer had another son. Then the Lord said, "Call him Lo Ami, which means not my people, for you are not my people, and I am not your God." Yet the Israelites will be like the sand on the seashore, which cannot be measured or counted. In the place where it was said to them, "You are not my people," they will be called children of the living God. The people of Judah and the people of Israel will come together. They will appoint one leader and will come up out of the land. For great will be the day of Jezreel. Now, I've gone back and highlighted some important verses that I think stick out. They show that God has shown Israel faithfulness, and yet they show him unfaithfulness. They commit adultery to him, so he has let his wrath poured out on them, and they are no longer his people. But as we read on, you'll see that this changes. Let's go to chapter 2. "Say of your brothers, my people, and of your sisters, my loved one." Israel punished and restored. "Rebuke your mother, rebuke her, for she is not my wife, for I am not her husband. Let her remove the adulterous look from her face, and the unfaithfulness from between her breasts. Otherwise I will strip her naked, and make her as bare as on the day she was born. I will make her like a desert, turn her into a parched land, and slay her with thirst. I will not show my love to her children, because they are the children of adultery. Their mother has been unfaithful and has conceived them in disgrace. She said, I will go after my lovers, who give me my food and my water, my wool and my linen, my olive oil and my drink. Therefore, I will block her path with thorn bushes. I will wall her in so that she cannot find her way. She will chase after her lovers, but not catch them. She will look for them, but not find them. Then she will say, I will go back to my husband as at first, for then I was better off than now." So, looking back, when we see that Israel is like God's wife, just like the church is Christ's wife in the New Testament. But they commit adultery with other gods. They chase after the lovers for their rewards, even though these rewards are just instant gratifications that do nothing in the long term. It's all in vanity. Vanity, by the way, check out our Ecclesiastes series. So, they're going to turn back and try to look for God, but not look for God, for Him and His presence, but for the rewards that come with it. How do you think this will end up? Let's read on. For then I was better off than now. She has acknowledged that I was the one who gave her the grain, the new wine and oil, who lavished on her the silver and gold, which they used for ball. Therefore, I will take away my grain when it ripens, and my new wine when it is ready. I will take back my wool and my linen. So now I will expose her lewdness before the eyes of her lovers. No one will take her out of my hands. I will stop all her celebrations, her yearly festivals, her new moons, her Sabbath days, all her appointed festivals. I will ruin her vines and her fig trees, which she said were her pay from her lovers. I will make them a thicket, and wild animals will devour them. I will punish her for the days she burned incense to Baals. She decked herself with rings and jewelry, and went after her lovers, but me she forgot, declares the Lord. So, when Israel tries to come back, they get nothing but what they deserve, God's wrath. For God gave them all their gifts out of faithfulness, but they were unfaithful to the covenant, and so God punishes them. But let's read on. Therefore, I am going to allure her. I will lead her into the wilderness and speak tenderly to her. There I will give her back her vineyards, and will make the valley of Achor a door of hope. There she will respond as in the days of her youth, as in the day she came up out of Egypt. In that day, declares the Lord, you will call me my husband. You will no longer call me my master. I will remove the names of the Baals from her lips. No longer will their names be invoked. In that day I will make a covenant for them, with the beasts of the field, the birds in the sky, and the creatures that move along the ground. Bow and sword and battle I will abolish from the land, so that all may lie down in safety. I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you in righteousness and justice, in love and compassion. I will betroth you in faithfulness, and you will acknowledge the Lord. In that day I will respond, declares the Lord. I will respond to the skies, and they will respond to the earth, and the earth will respond to the grain, the new wine and the olive oil, and they will respond to Jezreel. I will plant her for myself in the land. I will show my love to the one I called not my loved one. I will say to those called not my people, you are my people, and they will say, you are my God. So what do we take out of this? God shows his wrath, a deserving punishment, but he also shows his mercy. God brings back those who he loves and shows them grace and forgiveness, even though they have not loved him. This is why God is truly a merciful, loving, forgiving God. And he is the only true God. And we see this through how he treats us nowadays, that even while we were sinners, he died for us. That's just something to take in mind and really think about this. We need to be forgiving those who sin against us, because Christ forgives us even when we sinned against him. Let's read on to chapter 3. The Lord said to me, go, show your love to your wife again. Though she is loved by another man and is an adulteress, love her as the Lord loved the Israelites, though they turn to other gods and love the sacred raisin cakes. So I bought her for 15 shekels of silver, and about a homer and lethek of barley. Then Then I told her, "You are to live with me many days. You must not be a prostitute or be intimate with any man, and I will behave the same way toward you. For the Israelites will live many days without king or prince, without sacrifice or sacred stones, without ephod or household gods. Afterward, the Israelites will return and seek the Lord their God and David their king. They will come trembling to the Lord, to the blessings in the last days." So let's look back at chapter 3. I highlighted some verses that really stuck out to me. First, go show your love to your wife again, though she is loved by another man and is an adulteress. Love her as the Lord loves the Israelites, though they turn to other gods. So really, this is going back to mercy and forgiveness, and how God showed his love to the Israelites even though they did not show love to him. Just as Hosea's wife committed adultery and ran away from him, he welcomed her back with open arms, just as God did. However, he did rebuke her and gave her an order. "You are to live with me many days. You must not be a prostitute or be intimate with any man, and I will behave the same way toward you." He does show that there needs to be discipline, which is very important, just as God showed to the Israelites. However, he also says that he is to be faithful to the covenant, just as God was faithful to Abraham and even to Adam. Because we know God said that one day he will defeat the snake. And well, he did at the cross. And Jesus Christ died for our sins and forgave all of us. So that's why this is one of the best Bible stories. It goes back, it looks ahead into the future and predicts Christ coming in a new sort of way, and shows God's mercy and love and forgiveness through his prophet, his slave who he loved, Hosea. I hope this study really stuck with you guys, and I hope you took a lot away from it. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless you all.